Hey everybody, welcome to Come on My Couch. I'm your host Jackie Brown, and thank you again for watching. There's just a bunch of crazy stuff going on. Can y'all believe that it is September already? That means we have 3 months till the year is up. There's 3 months, and I don't even know what I'm gonna wear for Halloween. I will tell you this though, I am ready for fall weather. Where I live, we don't really have a fall transition. It just goes from summer to winter. It's just hot. And so I'm praying, please let there be a nice transition so I can at least walk in the park or go for a run. Like, I tell myself I'm gonna wake up in the morning and go for a run, but it be too damn hot and I don't do that. And then by the time I do want to, it's too fucking cold and I'm like, oh, help me. Help me, because I don't want to get a gym membership. Because even though Planet Fitness says they charge $10 a month, for some reason when you go sign up, it gives you a $50 activation fee. What are we activating? What are we activating? My insanity? Let's not. But really though, I am ready for the weather to cool down. Yeah. I wonder, why does it look like that? I'm looking at my iPad. I guess it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I don't know. No questions about it. Like, usually whenever I'm recording the sound, like, I see really, really small waves. Now the waves are huge. Like, they're macro. So, I guess I'll figure it out later. But, y'all, I want to talk to y'all about something that's really been bugging me. And that's stupid people. Why are there so many stupid people? Like, what is going on? Is it because of social media? Is it because of access to all of the smart devices? Why are all of the devices smart and so many people dumb? What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I feel like I've been suffering from a mild form of depression my entire existence because people always say, oh my God, you're so smart. How do you know that? And I'm just like, how do you not know that? But I digress. It just it's very irritating to live in a world where nobody seems to know anything, care about anything, have any concern, can't carry a conversation. It's just a lot. I don't know. I guess that's why it's very exhausting leaving your home. Some people like being around people. I like being around the right people. I don't want to be around everyone. But yeah, our society seems to be lacking a sum of intelligence. I am looking for the like-minded individuals, and it's very difficult. And you know what else is funny? I realized that when people go out to eat and when they go to a restaurant, it seems like they lose 50% of their IQ as soon as they walk in the door. What is up with that? Why do people turn stupid when they're hungry? I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm guilty of it, but I'm also self-aware, so maybe not as much. You know, the question for me that I hate is when people ask, where's the restroom? Buildings have 4 walls, and usually it's all the way in the back. But yeah, isn't it weird whenever you go out to eat, or I don't know about y'all. Isn't it weird for those who do work in the service industry, the amount of stupidity that you come across when working in a restaurant and the kinds of questions people ask? Well, how come we can't sit over here? And I really feel as though it should be mandatory for people in school, from high school, yes, from the age of like 15. I know they can't serve alcohol until like 19 or something, but everyone should work a restaurant job in school and so forth and so on, like as a co-op or something, so everyone can understand and know the ins and outs of how a restaurant works. Not just you sit down and people bring food to the table and you eat it. What happens in the kitchen? How do they prep everything? What is the side work? You know, what about sections? Because for some reason, y'all like to ask, how come we can't sit over there? Maybe there isn't a server assigned to that section. You can sit at that table if you want to, but no one's going to come to you. You know, shit like that. Or there's a hostess stand and there's a sign that says, please wait to be seated. But they just walk past it and seat themselves. Now look, I will say that I too have been guilty of doing like that, but I was really high. I'm just saying. And I don't think that every person who doesn't pay attention is, inebriated. I just think they're stupid. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why people lose 50% of their IQ when they walk into a restaurant. It's like they've never been anywhere in their entire life. Even when people have huge parties. What are you doing? Why is this happening? And also, even when it comes to the use of social media, they gave everyone access to it, and now we know what everyone's thinking. That's insane to me. That's insane. If you would have think like 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, and explaining today's technology, you would say, wouldn't it be cool if you had all of your devices in one thing in your hand, like a camera and a phone and a voice recorder? And you can do paintbrush on the phone, and also all your banking information will be there, your debit cards, all that in one device. And I could see myself thinking, that's insane. Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody do that? And so we do all of these things that are convenient for us, but when you think about it, it's detrimental, because once you lose your phone, you've lost access to everything, especially if you don't have a photographic memory. You don't remember phone numbers, you don't remember addresses, you can't remember shit, because they made it to the point where you're not even using your hands to paper to open up to find things. You're using a screen. Now, I'm not certain if being around all of these screens are good for us, especially our eyeballs, and especially if I have an astigmatism, so everything gets blurry really, really fast. We are so disconnected from the source of what we're supposed to be doing that everything has gotten in the way, especially people's ability to think and to think logically, or just being considerate. I don't enjoy leaving my home. I would love to come across some like-minded, authentic people, but that's very hard to find, because most people's relationships are just transactional. What can I get out of this? That's mostly what everybody is always wanting and thinking. What can I get out of this? And at some point, it's from a mindset of survival. Many of us have been in a survival mindset. I don't think any of us have been in an environment where everything is thriving, and so our mental and our physical can thrive too. I think we've been in turmoil for quite some time, whether it's through wars or financial crisis, and just general epiphanies of being an adult. I don't know. I guess the saying is true that misery does love company, but you would think that you would want your company to stop being miserable, and you would be able to help them out of these predicaments. I believe that having intelligence is one of the most important things that a human being can be capable of, and experiencing and knowing and wanting to know and desiring to know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my placements in my chart, my brain, my philosophical mind, how things work. And people should want to know more. I think people should I believe people should genuinely be interested in other people instead of just watching them. That's crazy. Like, you would think that people would be self-aware enough to interact. I don't know. Maybe things have changed since COVID. I think a lot has shifted. It's hard to get people out of their house, and it's hard to get people to just give a fuck now. There's been a ripple effect of negativity for quite some time. These 4 years have just been, I don't know, I wouldn't say necessarily surreal. I just don't feel like, I don't know. I don't know. You're making movements, but there's no meaning behind the movement. Does that make any sense? But yeah, I just think people are lacking in a lot of departments of being a human being. No one really realizes the significance of central air and heating until you see a bunch of hair floating around all over the fucking place because you're chasing cats while you're doing a podcast and the cats want to make a mess, and then this hair, I don't know where the hair is coming from, but I'm pretty sure you can probably see it. This is embarrassing. I'm starting to feel like maybe we are near the end of times, the end of the world, because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about anything. It's just weird. And then, like, there's like this sense, to me, I feel like there's like this sense of doom, this inevitable doom. I don't know, like, I want to be delusional and say everything's gonna be okay, but I don't feel like that though. And maybe it's my pattern recognition. Maybe I'm just able to see certain things or feel certain things, especially about society. I don't know. Whenever I'm in large groups or a room full of people, I can feel other people's energy, and majority of the times it's not a good feeling. It's not somewhere that I would choose to be. And I would love for that feeling to not exist. I would love for people to seek intelligence and seek answers instead of just saying things just to say them. Because that gets on my nerves so much. I don't know. I want people to be more connected to each other in a mental sense and not in a transactional way. But as long as capitalism exists, I don't think that's going to change. Everybody's always going to be, what can I get out of it? Because that's what they do to us at work. What can they get out of us for the least amount? And it's funny though, the amount of money that they offer for people to work at certain establishments, it's just like, if the shoe was on the other foot, would you want to get paid this amount of money? Can you live off of this? Then what makes you think I can? And I don't even think that needs... What are you doing? Stop! And I don't even think that particular subject matter needs intelligence as much as it needs compassion. We are in a lack. Society is in a lack. And we need to move in a place of abundance. Like, to seek authentic connection. To care. You know? Like, some days when I wake up, man, y'all, it just be so fucking hard. It'd be hard to get out the bed. It'd be hard to deal with these people who don't even like themselves. That's the thing right there. So many of y'all don't even like yourself, and y'all make it genuine hell for everybody else, and you want everybody else to suffer because you're fucking miserable. Stay in your own fucking company. Misery shouldn't want company. Misery needs to seek some fucking help. I don't know. I just think it's crazy when people don't want to be better. Just be better. That's it. I don't think people should suffer mentally because of what's around them doesn't decide to get better. Like that. Why are people suffering because other people don't give a fuck? Think about that shit. And I get it. Most of us are seeking answers to things that might not even have an answer. You know, there's no way that you can understand everybody's mind and motives and why they do what they do. We'll never understand. The majority of the time, it's not meant for us to understand. Like I was telling my homegirls, I was like, a lot of the shit that we go through is for others to witness. We are a story for someone else. We are someone else's example. Everybody isn't a main character. A lot of people are NPCs. And if you believe that you are a main character, what sets you apart from everybody else? That's the thing, though. If everybody was able to be connected and hold hands and give a shit, there wouldn't be so much of this separatism and this transactional dynamics, because it gets old and it depletes you. It really does. But yeah, so before I forget, I'm gonna bring up the word of the day. Yes, we've been having deep discussions about society and how much it drives me crazy. But but they always will. It always will happen. There's a lot on my mind. I always be forgetting. And we're just gonna keep it towards the end of the show. How about that? But yes, the word of the day is flabbergasted. Yes, that is correct. I am flabbergasted at how stupid everybody is every fucking day that I leave my house. How about that? I use it in a sentence. I know I use some cuss words, but who gives a shit? That's how I feel. Yeah. So please, people, please, if you can help me help you learn something. Teach yourself something. Stop saying rhetorical statements. Stop saying things just to say them. Speak with intention. Do with intention. Be better than you were yesterday. Yes. I know it's a lot of shit to do. I get it. None of us asked to be here. But while we're here, let's be informative and not give people a hard time or be stupid. How about that? Let's not be stupid. Thank you again for watching Come On My Couch. My name is Jackie Brown, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. You gotta take your hits, baby. Take your hits. Take your hits, boy. Take your hits. You gotta take your hits, baby. Take your hits. I clap back like